There's a video circulating with some Chinese lady who's a news reporter and Kirk Cameron, the sister. I forget what her name is, and she's always been like quoting the Bible and talks about the Bible, and she actually acts and talks like Mona Van. She thinks she's above all people because she thinks that because she was on a television show and that she has money and that her family's like really weird as shit. And they lie to you and tell you what great people they are, but they're not real people. They don't handle real situations. They just don't handle shit at all. And then they just tell everybody they should believe in God, and then they talk about nonsense, and she's pretty much like Girls Gone Bible, just a little less breathy and asexual. She loves looking hot and doing workouts. She refuses to kiss on camera because it's not because she doesn't really want to, because she has a reputation to uphold. If she could be in the big stream movies, she would, and she would actually sell out and kiss on screen. But she knows that if she goes to that level, that there are expectations. Her whole life is about being perfect. That's not godly. Nothing about what you're doing, Cameron Burr. I almost got her first name, but it disappeared again. She thinks she's so dang perfect. And she talks like condescending and pretentious that her life was so freaking perfect because she never dealt with problems. Her brother always handled them for her. So she really hasn't done much with her life except for ride the coattails of her brother, who was actually the one on Growing Pains. I apologize. So what we're watching is these people telling us that we are bad people because we don't believe in God. I believe in God. I just don't believe in the God that you're worshiping, which is the same God as the Muslims, which is wishful thinking. You want to be able to close your eyes and manifest it. While the rest of us suffer in what we know is real pain, and you pretend to be in pain. You just don't deal with your shit. You just live in an uplift of being nice to somebody else, rob them of their ability to be happy while pretending to be nice in their face. And it's a constant tennis battle back and forth with nasty vampire energy of talking about God, but that's not God because God doesn't energy vampire people. Do you think God shows up to church every Sunday morning and just kind of berates people about their behavior without actually talking to them directly about the behavior that they're behaving within? And then Monday they go back to work and said, I went to church yesterday and now I'm behaving badly again to the people that I don't like, while I selectively choose the good-looking people over the bad-looking people, while influencers exist. So these people that proclaim to be such godly people are on a platform that is anti-God. And not only do they know that the legacies of the industry of which they worked, which was Growing Pains and Full House, left behind a filth stench of nasty garbage, they didn't protect other people from that nasty garbage. But that's God's work, is to fight for what's right, not to fight for what's you, and keep your mouth shut so that you can only protect yourself. While staying silent when you know the things that are wrong in the world, while telling everybody else that they need to go to God. Well, that's not really going to make any two shits of a difference because they're all just going to end up like you and Bella Dolan and Kay and Tay and Mona Van. Oh, reminding you that Mona Van ain't American. Mona Van is a Persian Muslim pretending to be a Christian who is capitalizing off of our 4th of July and now off of Thanksgiving so that her and her Russian love interest in their television reality show can change the way we think about food to where it's only she gets to eat clean and starve the nation with a guy named Ken Cook. Well, he appeases that shit because he's all about getting in the network. He literally is a Democrat, otherwise he wouldn't be sitting in front of that bitch's face. While she name drops him, the problem with this entire scenario is if you're going to be talking about God, you better be doing the work of God, not just yapping your fucking flap jaws of bullshit. Flappy, flappy, flappy. I like God, and God is carrots, and carrots is God, and God wants that for you. God does not want that for you. You want that for yourself. You have no fucking clue what it means to have the idea around the words and which you say. God wants that for you. God doesn't want that for you. That's what you all pie in the sky people into believing, where you then create people like the big titty girls. And all I have to do is open the Instagram account, and you'll see what Cameron Burr is representing in a different kind of way, but it's the same personality. Same personality. Every last one of these girls is doing the same fucking shit because you as the audience, you don't buy anything except for that. Except that they don't teach shit. They've always looked like that. They never lifted a weight in their entire life. And every time they lift a weight, they're not lifting the weight. They're lifting the abuse upon you who's watching it. But you don't want to listen to people who actually know what I'm talking about. You want this in your face. You think that's entertainment, and then you're like, well, maybe I'll do that too so that my page can grow. And then you say, well, I love God. Let me kiss her hand at the Eat Clean party, Gary. Let me erotically kiss her in front of everybody at the table with Ken Cook and call these people your friends when you don't even know who the fuck they are. So it's not really a friendsgiving, is it? Yet everyone stays silent in the elitist of the network, knowing that you're all criminals. You're all fucking sick as shit. You all produce nasty content like this. This makes people want to freaking start a WAR, but J-Law doesn't really care about that. How can you in a video say that you don't think it's politics and then talk about stepping up in Congress and then talk about politics and then say that you talking about the way a country's running their country? A person leading the country is the leader of the country. I don't give a shit what your opinion is on that country. I don't give a shit what your opinion, your personal opinion. He overtook the country when your government, the Democrats, took our weapons and left them there for him to take. He was, you thought that what, they were just going to like let us come back later and get the weapons or something? 13 of our American people died in Afghanistan. 13. And J-Law is more worried about women in Afghanistan that I could care two shits about. Malala. Malala is evil. The reason why they did what they did to Malala is because she is evil. This is globally. This is not directly, specifically speaking to the Taliban either. No, this is somebody who's just fucking evil. So if they would have actually gotten rid of Malala, which they tried to in the beginning, the world would be a better place because Malala is this. And J-Law is trying to bring the Western world to women who are Malala so that they can all act like Monavand. While Iran is acting like Monavand, disrupting their existence so that Monavand can wear bra tops and white dresses and go talk at Wellness Oasis to tell about her clit and her private parts. And then she calls herself a good person who's sweet. So J-Law didn't even get a middle school education, and you're going to tell us because she knows how to manipulate through movie making, you're going to fall for what she has to say. And that goes for the woman sitting in front of her, Gayle King, who is literally jaw-dropping interview of exposure as J-Law and those women are literally doing this in front of your face. How fucking disrespectful to Americans when she won't be the one in WAR. No, she'll just be the one that makes a movie about it. And then act like she really went to WAR, but she was in a movie. Remember when she was in the movie Sparrow? She spread her legs and got banged on the desk. That's what she wants for the women of Afghan. Wow, what a woman. What a psychopath. And she has kids. Her kids will be the ones that suffer in the long run.